crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer, and I'm very, very delighted that you're here with me today for another PickACard reading. Today I just thought I would explore, what do other people say about you? What do they think about you? It's usually a very good lesson in life to not pay too much attention to what other people are saying about you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to accomplish anything, because people can be quite toxic and negative, and they might try to put you down. So it's really important that you don't pay so much attention to what other people are saying. Although from time to time, it's good to have a check-in. It's good to keep in touch with the external reality around you, because completely not caring about what other people say, so the opposite extreme, leads to all sorts of mental health disorders, detachment from reality, and it could even transform people into sociopaths. Okay, so we want to strike that yummy balance between I occasionally check in to see what other people think about me, and whether my own personal and spiritual growth is reflected in what others think about me. And I often pull away from other people's opinions and just do me, because I'm following my own astrological birth chart energies, and I'm accomplishing my very distinct and unique destiny in this incarnation. Yeah, so it's all about balance. And you guys know, as a Libra ascendant, I really like to walk the fine line between extremes, or at least I hope so. I hope to achieve this through my own personal and spiritual development. So I was doing a little bit of spring cleaning this weekend. It was so good. I highly recommend that you guys do that as well. It changes the energy drastically around you. And I discovered these beer caps that I had here. And I just thought, hey, they represent animals, so why not share them with the collective, with my beautiful crew, and give them a choice in this PickACard reading between these beer caps. I also thought of the corresponding wild unknown animal spirit oracle cards. So we have here the beer cap and the corresponding oracle card for you to visualize a little bit the energy of the animal you are choosing. And I just thought as well that since I'm appealing to animal spirits, I wanted to also ask the witches, because witches are famous for having been persecuted by people for centuries, having been completely misunderstood, demonized, and feared. So what better social group can tell us more in a truthful, unbiased way about what other people are saying about you? I mean, witches can be quite brutal in their honesty. They can also be vengeful at times, but I think that for the majority of them, it comes from a place of deep spirituality and healing. So I just thought I'd ask them today. As you guys know, the shiz that I have going on my channel, I like to live shuffle from my tarot deck, and I have here for you today the White Witches tarot deck. Sorry about that. And I pre-shuffle the oracle cards for additional clarification, and also because I want to get straight into your message without losing additional shuffling time. And I have here a choice of cards from the Green Witch Oracle, the Magic of You Oracle, the Witches Oracle, the Samain Oracle, and the Spellcasting Oracle. They are all, by the way, linked in the description box below if you're interested. I'm sure that you're very interesting people, but if you're interested in purchasing them for yourself. Okay, so enough chit chat. Let's focus on the cards. For group 1, we have here this bear paw, or the corresponding bear image. For group 2, we have here Zagano, which is a Romanian beer brand. We have here the eagle, mighty eagle, or the corresponding animal spirit. And for group 3, we have here the deer, the gentle deer, and the corresponding deer image. So take a moment now to select your choice. I think that you can choose more than one in this reading today, but make sure that you don't confuse yourself with the messages that you receive. Keep in mind that tarot and oracle cards are not destiny. You are a powerful creator, so you can dismiss the messages that you hear if you feel that they don't resonate with you, or you can accept them, allow them to inspire you, to help you manifest whatever it is that you're currently focused on. I'm here just to be your guide, and I'm incredibly grateful for the fact that Spirit has chosen me to do this kind of work for you, my loves. I am deeply humbled by the fact that our family is growing so beautifully. I want to thank you so much for all of the personal orders, all of the bookings that I have been steadily working on, for all of the likes, the shares, the subscribes, for the fact that you guys are purchasing my twin flame erotic novel, The Storyteller, and you're writing reviews about it and you're enjoying it, and for all of those of you beautiful souls that are following me on Instagram and very clearly and transparently are sending positive energy my way, and we're slowly getting to know each other and becoming dear friends. So thank you so much. These are exceptionally chaotic and difficult times in the world, and the fact that we can connect and still be kind and sweet and creative just fills my heart with deep joy and love. So without further ado, if you've made your choice, I'm super excited about divinating for you at your chosen pile. Mwah. Hey group 1, hey my loves, I'm so happy to have you here with me today for a reading on the topic of what do people say about you. This is for those of you that were drawn to this bear paw beer cap or to the corresponding animal spirit oracle, the bear. So let's find out. I will live shuffle from the witch's oracle. I will. That was a very strange way of saying it. Let's see. How is group 1 viewed? How is my bear crew viewed? Sorbet? I just hear sorbet. Maybe people see you as something quite sweet, something delightful. Sorbets are very sugary. Maybe you like to give other people compliments. You could be quite sweet in nature, quite huggable as well if we take the bear into account. The card that dropped to the table is the Chariot. Whoa. So you're a person that likes to take action. People see you as always moving forward. Somehow you're quite lucky, or you tend to remove obstacles from the path onto which you're walking. I feel that some people see you as quite heavy, imposing, determined. When I say heavy, I don't mean that you are heavy physically. It could be, for some of you out there, you could be quite imposing physically, but this is about quite, you carry a sense of authority with you. I'm getting a sense that you guys could have an Earth ascendant, the majority of you. You could have a Taurus ascendant, a Capricorn ascendant, Saturn on the ascendant. There is a feeling here that you could be quite sweet and adorable, but also fierce when the situation requires it. You know, bears are very cuddly. There are a lot of bear toys available out there for children to play with, but at the same time, bears can kill you, right? So they can eat you up, especially during this period when they're waking up out of hibernation and they're roaming in the forests hunting for food. I mean, keep in mind, guys, they haven't eaten in 6-7 months, so that's some fierce hunger. So you could be a very ambitious person as well. I feel that not many people know how ambitious you could be. I think that for some of you, you keep this hidden, but it comes up at key moments in life. When you get a promotion and you get incredibly proud of your achievements and you celebrate, or when you want to compete for something, it's all of a sudden you're cool and calm and relaxed, and people think that, oh, you're just chilling, and then all of a sudden a competition arrives or the chance to win something arrives, and you're like getting all your ducks in order very quickly, and you're planning and getting all the right details to achieve what it is that you set out to achieve. So really interesting. I'm getting here Cancer energy as well, in terms of astrological signs. I feel like I need to pull one more card. You could have a very raspy voice, or your voice carries a certain degree of strength. That's what I'm hearing. Determination. You speak with precision. You might call people out. You could defend your values very strongly. Okay. Okay, a lot of cards dropped to the table. Let's take them one by one. Yeah, look, the Emperor. So you can be quite a domineering person when the situation requires it. I think that a lot of you are just clearly speaking your truth. You don't say a lot of things. Like, you don't write novels about your intentions. You just blurt it out, you know, you very clearly speak certain things into being. A lot of people see you as a person that is self-made, a person that doesn't require, maybe doesn't need anyone. You come across as an individual that doesn't need much from other people, but you could easily manage other people. Maybe some of you have learned to take on a lot of responsibilities from a very young age. A lot of people see you as impulsive as well. It's interesting because it's a mixture. What I'm picking up here is a mixture of a person that can be quite silent and still and not really doing much for a long period of time, or at least it comes across in this way, because we are interested in how other people perceive you from the outside looking in, right? So it could feel just like the bear. It could feel like for 6 months you're hibernating. Nobody knows what you're doing. People could have even forgotten how you look. You know, they might check up on you from time to time. Hey, are you still there? Are you okay? Everything good, buddy? And then all of a sudden you emerge with, I've written a bestseller, or I've started a new business venture, or I'm relocating to Mexico. You know, that's just a city, a country that came to mind. A city, what's happening here? You get people confused. You get people confused. It's like they think that they boxed you in. They think that they know who you really are, and then all of a sudden you do something. You take action in such a powerful, confident, drastic way that people kind of are a little bit impressed. They bow down to you. And I don't know why, but you know, I can speak, but for some reason during your reading I'm getting like a lot of lisps of the tongue, and my voice is a little bit raspy. You can be a person that drinks a lot of caffeine as well, a person that likes to keep going. But I also feel like you hold a lot of things in. Yeah. The other cards that came up, wow, talk about holding things in. The Hermit. So Virgo energy. Whoa. And we have Strength, Leo energy. So the astrological signs that I have here represented on the table: Cancer, Aries, Leo, and Virgo, right? This is a highly introverted individual that likes to not speak so much about what it is you're doing, but you just go ahead and you do it, and then you launch. You could have a stellium, a cluster of planets in your astrological birth chart, which makes you a creative introvert. It means that you came into this incarnation, in this lifetime, to focus on one specific area of your life, because your soul has mastered all the other areas in your birth chart. Each of the houses represents a different area of interest, and depending on where you have these planets clustered, in which house and in which sign, that shows you how you will go about achieving that destiny. So I see very clearly here that you are an incredibly determined, strong, domineering person, or at least this is how other people perceive you, okay? Keep this in mind. I'm getting the sense that with Strength energy here, you are very much the way in which other people perceive you. That's why okay, yeah. So I'm getting a very secure knowing, a deep knowing that, yeah, you come across exactly as you are. With the Chariot here, there isn't much room for mystery. We have no High Priestess, we have no Hierophant. But I do think that people think that you keep them on their toes because they don't know what to expect from you, due to the fact that you tend to retreat from society, work on something, and then come out after 6-7 months, maybe a year or two. You could be a writer, you could be designing games, you could be an artist, you could be a person that needs this solitude, this creative bubble, to go with the flow and then emerge out into the public to introduce your work to other people. You could be a researcher as well, yeah? So all these professions that require work that is done in the service of the collective to heal them, to educate them, to improve something in a person's life, but that is done in solitude and then it is presented to other people. So yeah, I think that as well, people see you as a little bit taciturn, that you can be a little bit moody. You know, bears can be a little bit moody, like or at least bear energy, because I don't personally know any bears. I haven't gotten acquainted with any of them. I wanted to use a fancy British expression and it just flopped on my face. No, Alexandra, you're not British. You don't live in Britain anymore. Stop it. So yeah, I do think that from time to time you tend to correct yourself. You tend to always be harsher on yourself than you are with other people. You demand excellence from yourself, and people see you as a person that is a little bit like an alpha personality. They might even see you as somebody that is destined for greatness, that somehow you're meant to win a Pulitzer Prize or a Nobel Prize, you know. Maybe you talked about these ambitions or you joked about these things, you know, with other people. But yeah, it's like whatever it is that you're doing through your work, through your desires, through whatever you envision for yourself, people see you as destined for greatness. And I also think that with all of these strong masculine energies that we have here on the table, even if you are a woman, you're very much in tune with your masculine energy. So people perceive you as being quite brave, bold, competitive, determined. You don't mince your words. You don't use flowery language. You're just direct. You know, you say what you mean, very clear, but also you can be reclusive and disappear from people's lives from long periods of time. Okay, so this is what I got from the tarot. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say. So we have here Basil, Trust, Scorpio. I was picking up on some Scorpio energy. Scorpios do that, you know, you pull a Scorpio when you go through these intense periods of, I need to transform, I don't want to see anyone, I'm gonna disappear for a couple of months, and then you come out after a Phoenix moment and you show people the new version of you that is more authentic and real. So Basil, a very fragrant vegetable herb, I would say. I would call it more in the herb family. This is and there's also something about Italian, right? Italian cuisine, Italian cooking. So you could be Italian, you could have your capacity to foresee things highly developed. This talks about the third eye, yeah. So Ajna, the third eye chakra. There is a feeling here of, because I felt a little bit, and I do need to point these things out as they come across me, I felt a little bit like intimidated, like a little bit I was afraid to say one thing because I was afraid that you guys watching this might judge me. So there is something here about being afraid of other people's opinions, living with a little bit of anxiety regarding how other people might perceive you. Yeah, and the moment, you know, the moment when you face up to these feelings, can already feel in my body how everything is calming down. So I think that you pick up certain things from people. You see certain things that they are not aware of. You pick up certain elements from their shadow selves and you tell them about them. And people might not enjoy this most of the time. That's why you could come across as being seen by others as bossy, or who do you think you are to tell me this, or a person that is a little bit feared by other people because, oh no, I don't want to be around this person because they tell me the truth and I don't think I'm ready to hear the truth most of the time. You do tend to come across as well, and I'm gonna say it, a little bit judgmental. Other people think that, you know, you could be a bit softer with the messages you communicate to them, but I think it's because you guys, you know, with Scorpio energy here with the Basil, you see the truth about the other people. And the people that are really on the path of growth and self-development and wanting to connect with their higher self, they trust you. They trust you because you don't BS them. Yeah, while other people that are kind of at a lower vibration and they like to stay in their comfort zone, they like to continue with their karma instead of working through it. They are intimidated by you. You push these people away. These people feel judged by you, and they might even attack you and say, who do you think you are? You think you're better than me? Yeah, you are. You are, because you're actively doing this work. I mean, look at this, right? You're determined, you're working on your energy, you're a very good planner, you're organized, you know, you like to take care of many different areas in your life. And you show a lot of resilience, a lot of inner strength. You're a person that does not like to wash their dirty laundry in the public. You take care of it in the private, and then you emerge in the public with this new, improved version of yourself. This is how other people perceive you. So you tend to polarize people, very Scorpionic. You could have Scorpio somewhere in your chart. I do think that I'm reading here for the majority of those of you that are members of my generation, Pluto and Scorpio. So born in between 1983 and 1995. But I do think here you have certain elements like maybe an ascendant in Scorpio, a moon in Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio, or a North Node in Scorpio that stands out for this particular group, my bear group. Then we also have here the witches say that there is something here about reflection. Be wary of things you believe to see with eyes wide shut, for they are mirrors of the mad and truths only spoken with a bleeding tongue. So the first cultural reference that comes up in your reading is Stanley Kubrick's movie Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. There is something here, guys, about speaking, the way you speak. I feel that you're very self-conscious about the words you use. Some of you could struggle to speak, struggle to put your words your thoughts into words. Yeah, it's like you're trying to hide who you are. You're protective, incredibly protective, because I'm trying to read your energy, but it's like I'm trying to open it up and it's like it goes back in, you know? It's like, no, I don't want to be known. And I really need to emphasize it because it's a little bit frustrating me. Yeah, and you see the discharge of energy when I try to pinpoint what is happening here. Reflection. I think that a lot of you have planets in the 7th house, which is the house of other people, and it shows how you build your character, your first house, sitting opposite from the 7th house, how we build our character and our conscious state of self by receiving feedback from other people. I think you're a person that was strongly criticized by your parents. You could sometimes go through depression. Some of you might have even been abused. I need to say this. And you've learned some pretty strong defense mechanism to help you cope with reality and with other people's perceptions. Yeah, you heal in silence, you heal away from other people. You don't show other people who you are. You see how tight, right, how tightly knit this grip is. All these hands that are kind of like blocking other people's energy, actions, and also their words from coming at you. So I think that you like to do you. Some of you that chose this group could have a South Node in Aries. You could be a loner by nature. And you're a person that likes to perfect themselves, to improve themselves. At least this is how other people see you, as a person that does not want to be caught off guard or spontaneously does not enjoy things springing up on you. So you're not an individual that is seen by others as enjoying surprises, as being spontaneous. On the contrary, it's like you seem to represent stability, authority, determination, the capacity to overcome some pretty difficult things in life. And you're also working on your trusting other people, trusting the world. Although I feel that some people find it easier to trust you than you find it easier to trust them, if that makes sense. We have here the black cat. Wow. Yeah, so psychism. Yeah, a lot of you that have chosen this group could be tarot readers. You could use tarot to heal yourself from whatever difficult experiences you had growing up, forming your identity. A lot of people also see you as somebody that has been through a lot and has managed to come feet up. A cat has proverbially 9 lives, so this is a feeling as if you somehow are very lucky, you're very protected, even though there's something slightly scary and intimidating about your aura, right? So we do see here a lot of darkness, but you've somehow managed to overcome it. Some of you could be gray witches. You could be working with the fine line between you know, dark magic and black magic. Let's see here. We also have Ubuntu, compassion for others. You've learned through difficult experiences in life how to be compassionate. You've understood that the people that you sometimes feel the need to hate the most are the ones that need our most compassion. Those are the people that really need to be understood. Maybe not completely accepted and fully loved. If you find it in your heart to do that, you are a bodhisattva, I think. But at the same time, there is space here for forgiveness, even when people do the unforgivable to us. So I think that you're a person that has managed to find vitality, strength, healing, health, and well-being, even after being hollowed out by other people's ways in which they treated you, by how other people have projected their own wounding, obsessions, and deranged things onto you. This got really deep. Wow, I wasn't expecting it. Then we have confidence. Yeah, you see here, breaking free, breaking the patterns that have chained you, rising up towards the light, rising up towards just, I think it's like a life well lived, if that makes sense. So people see you as a survivor, as a fighter, but a silent one, a silent, steady one that doesn't like to brag about or talk too much about what has happened to them, but people pick up on the thing, I wanted to say fact and thing at the same time. There is some impatience here. I think that sometimes the things that you have gone through, they tend to pull you out of your center. You might go a little bit through these periods where you're experiencing emotions, you know, because something triggered you so deeply and it reminds you of a very traumatic event from your past. However, you are able to make light of it. You're learning how to be compassionate with yourself and thereby show some compassion for other people and to confidently live in this world rather than have that very separatist mindset of me against the world. You are going through a period of healing, of feeling and healing, again, two words at the same time, where you're understanding, I need to be okay, the world is okay, peace is what I desire the most. Wow, interesting. Maybe a lot of you that are tuning into this reading are feeling a little bit anxious, because I was feeling a lot of like tension and kind of even my hands were a little bit jittery and shaky. So I hope that I'm able to help you with this reading. Let's just cleanse the energy a little bit. There is so much fear in the world at the moment, so much fear in the collective. But by doing this light work, I hope to be able to illuminate some aspects and hope to inspire you to think of yourself differently. So people overall have a very powerful understanding of who you are. They see you as somebody that can break through anything, you know, has survived through most hardships and nothing can bring you down. You know, you're like made of iron. I don't even know how to explain it, but you're like an incredibly strong individual, and they see you gradually moving from places of darkness towards increasing light. This is what I had for you, group 1. I really hope you have enjoyed this reading. Make sure to like it, make sure to subscribe, and I really hope that I'll see you in my next one. Ciao. Hey group 2, hey my loves, I'm so happy to have you here with me today for a reading regarding what are people saying about you, how do they view you, what do they think of you. So this is for those of you that were drawn to this eagle beer bottle cap. And we also have here the Eagle Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle card. Okay, I'm going to live shuffle from the White Witch's Tarot to see what do people think of you, what are they saying about you. They're saying that you stopped traveling, that you were this individual that would be a globetrotter, that you really prized and valued your global, international experiences. But something happened. It could potentially be the pandemic, it could be a crisis or a conflict in the surrounding area where you live that blocked you from traveling. You are more of an individual that goes within rather than a person that is focused on the external aspects of their life. I also feel that people around you are saying that you refuse to complete something. They have the impression that you've been procrastinating on something, almost as if you're delaying with something, you're taking your time, and this success, this achievement that you're looking to accomplish is not yet there. It could be that some of you that chose this group, you're looking to complete your master's degree, bachelor's, PhD, you're looking to complete your high school studies. There is a feeling here that, yeah, you're working towards becoming someone, working towards getting an important title, degree, certificate, promotion, training, and you're not there yet. People see you as not being there yet. Let's unblock this energy for you, shall we? You guys know that reverse cards to me are blocked energy, so let's help you. Let's put some wind in your sails and help you accomplish, get some success, get a reward, an achievement, and help you as well get back into your traveling groove if you have been a little bit removed from a sense of adventure in the world, from experiencing the world as a safe space for you to explore it. So I'm getting here Sagittarius energy, and we have Saturn here. You could be challenged by the current transits of Saturn. Saturn is in Aquarius at the moment, but it could be also that your natal Saturn in your birth chart is somehow squared or in opposition to Saturn in Aquarius. So there is a very strong Saturn energy, especially if you have Capricorn placements in your own natal chart. Let's see the other card that dropped, the Death card. Very strong Scorpio, death, rebirth energy. I think that you're in a deep transition at the moment. Yeah, aren't we all, right? At the moment in the world, insanity. But especially you, in your personal circumstances, what might be going on in the world affects you deeply, on a soul level, so deeply that you're willing to just throw the baby with the bathwater, start again in your life, completely and metaphorically speaking, burn down the past in order to rebuild the future on a more solid foundation. You're also healing. You might have found out some pretty tough things. It could be that what is going on with you in terms of intimate, romantic, personal experiences, maybe also with family members, if this is not about the romantic counterpart, this healing that you're doing on an emotional level, this personal transformation, is currently affecting your capacity to accomplish a really important goal. It could be interfering with your studies. Let's say one scenario could be you broke up with your boyfriend, you were deceived by your twin flame, you lost a soulmate, and now you are mourning, you're mourning that separation. And it's interfering with your capacity to be able to study, to be able to complete a work project, to be able to let things go. So that's one scenario. For others of you, I'm getting a sense that this could be regarding relatives, regarding your homeland, your actual home, your physical house. For some of you, this is your body, the home of the spirit, so the home that we carry with us. There is a deep transformation happening here. You could have Pluto in one of the important angles of the birth chart, the important points. So the ascendant, the descendant, the midheaven, and the Imun Coeli. This is the cross that is made on the chart, squaring between the 1st and the 7th, the 4th and the 10th houses in astrology, which represent the self and other people, our private self and our public role. So you could be having major transits. Pluto could be on any of these points in your chart, and usually when this happens, it's like an overhaul, a complete transformation of the most important aspects in a person's life, I would say. So there is something here about, you've got the energies of Pluto and Saturn. I mean, this is really hardcore transformation, a lot of pressure, a lot of effort. But people are seeing you going through it at the moment. They're seeing that you might be working through something that is very painful to talk about, something that you might need to keep within. For some of you, a small group of you, other people see you as a bit of a mess at the moment, a bit of an emotional mess. I'm sorry to say this, but this is what it's coming through. It's not saying that you really are a mess. You could be just going through a deeply healing process, but some people, I think the more judgmental people around you, tend to kind of see you as a bit of a mess. Let's pull one more card. I want to see one more. For group 3, one more card, please. I say 1 and 3 drop to the table. We have here the Sun, Leo energy. So you're gradually growing into something much better. The decisions you're making at the moment are helping you achieve so much more in your life. And I also feel the need to kind of like revitalize my crown chakra, so that's why I'm kind of playing with my hair, because I feel like a lot of tension was stored here, and now with all these changes, it's like you're redefining your connection with the divine, because you guys know that we actually connect with the divine through the crown chakra and all the other chakras that are on top of it. So we also have here, the Magician, and we have here the Fool. You're going to be gradually able to make pretty important leaps of faith. I feel like you're either gaining your independence or you're growing in your confidence at the moment. You're understanding that what you have accepted in your life so far is no longer acceptable. You're drawing a line in the sand and you're saying enough is enough. I have to change. Either that, or you're being forced by external circumstances to change, by the relationship breakdown that could be happening in your life, and you're understanding that I need to take my destiny into my own hands and make a life for myself by being braver, bolder, and idealistic and a little bit naive, but why not? Let's take a big leap of faith and see what happens. And the outcome is the Sun. This is what happens: growth, warmth, confidence, a new identity. One that is more filled with light and hope. And I'm not just making this stuff up to give you a really pleasing message. This is the card that popped up and you saw the order, So I feel that after this dark night of the soul, after this deep loss of faith, you reach rock bottom and then you climb up again. Because when you reach rock bottom, you can only go up. There is no more elsewhere to go. You can't go deeper than rock bottom, right? So this is what needed to happen. You needed to reach this rock bottom moment. I feel like some of you could also be going through a burnout. You might have been overdoing it at work, with study, with trying to please everybody and make everybody happy and expand your energy in all areas of your life. But now you're scaling back. You're only leaving what needs to be left. And you chose the Eagle. Self-mastery, rising above. The Eagle is also, as I say in a lot of my PickACard readings, the higher energy, the higher vibrational energy of a mature Scorpio. A Scorpio that has been through a couple of Phoenix moments and has understood the value of detaching, not being so obsessed and ruminating over everything that is not going right in their life, and why are people so mean and how can I get back at them. That's Scorpio as the animal, the scorpion. Sorry, not the animal, but the insect, the arachnopod. But this is more about going through that Phoenix moment, allowing the fire of spirit to burn through the scorpion's carapace. Sorry, the Romanian word carapace came through, but I would translate it as casing. The scorpion's tough casing, right? And then bursting through as the eagle, the bird that gets the higher view, the higher perspective, that understands why people are so wounded, so filled with pain, why things happen, and that controls their karma rather than gets unconsciously caught up in more vengefulness and more pain and more trauma. So this is you rising above in the most beautiful, liberating, independent way possible. You will have all the resources at hand to create a new life for yourself following this initial destruction. Let's see your oracle cards right now. So people see you as I it's a pretty intense reading, I have to say. I wasn't expecting these energies to come up, but this is the collective at the moment. So people see you as a survivor. They see you as a person that could be quite messy and all over the place at the moment, but only because you're in a transition. People are saying that you're an individual that at the moment might find it difficult to accomplish and finish something in their life, because it could be that the whole foundation of your life has been blown apart. And you're thinking, how can I rebuild? And rebuild you shall. So I think that people are also very encouraging towards you, and they are trying to help you. Yeah, they're trying to help you. They're trying to come up with solutions. They might not give you everything, and they might not do everything for you, but that's only working in your favor, because you're learning how to become a magician in your own right and pull rabbits out of hats, you know, just like that. Make gold or water out of stone. So the oracle cards that I have here for you, we have here wisdom, number 22. This is your significant synchronicity and wisdom. So you could be a card reader yourself. Bay leaves, yeah, they are so fragrant and aromatic. Again, bay leaves sent me thinking to Greece, to Italy, to the Mediterranean coastline. You could come from a country that is like this. We had Italy in the first group with basil. I see Leo energy as well. You could come from a country that has their national birth chart in the sign of Leo. I think Italy has that, if I'm not mistaken. So again, there is a strong Mediterranean theme coming through. And you know, bay in Latin is called laurus nobilis. So there's something very dignified about the way in which you're handling the hardship, the transformation, in some cases, the horror of what is happening to you. We have here the truth. The truth is coming out. You see very clearly who are the people that protect you, who are the people that are against you and have always been trying to steal from you. You are protected at the moment by noble energies, even as you are undergoing hardship. You're waking up to a lot of important truths and details about the events happening in your life. People see you as a person that is very honest as well. So even though you're going through all of these problems, even though some people might see you as emotionally messy, they see you as this messiness comes from an authentic place. You are not wasting anybody's time. You are not making this up. You truly are a little bit in a period of suffering. Yeah. We also have here the elders, number 15. It says here, birthed from seed within the belly of the moon, they are the wise felt touches over our hearts and felt deep within the marrow of our spirit. So we see here the crescent of the growing moon. You're planting new seeds at the moment. New people are coming into your life, new resources, new energy, because the old had to be sacrificed. And it could have been that it was sacrificed in a pretty brutal way, yeah? But it had to happen in the way it had to happen. So may it be. With the benefit of hindsight, you would understand, you will be able to transform pain into wisdom, but at the moment you're still strongly caught up in it. People do see you as a wisdom seeker, as a person that is very honest, as I said earlier, and as a person that likes to learn from those that are older than you. You could have a lot of mentors, a lot of people that are much older than you, taking you under their protective wing. This can be a supervisor, a priest, a shaman, a tarot reader. This can be somebody that, yeah, is just defending you, showing you the ropes, showing you how to master the hardships that you're going through. You also got 2 cards from the Witch's Oracle, so this makes me think that some of you are actually training to become occult practitioners. I have here the Pentacle, Evocation. And it's interesting because it's actually the pentagram, but for some reason it's called Pentacle in this card. So this is a highly protective symbol. It combines the energy of the 4 elements plus spirit. And it's also as above, so below, as within, so without, right? All of the beautiful elements of nature. Number 18 adds up to 9, which is again completion. So yeah, definitely you're in a huge transition. People see that you're changing as you go about trying to live and make the best of your current situation. But things are kind of like up in the air for you. Nothing is certain. You don't know what you're going to do tomorrow. You don't know if tomorrow you're still going to be here. We have here the crystal ball inside. And at the same time, you see you're protected. This is a beautiful almond, the white owl. White animals in general denote the presence of spirit around you. It's like I feel like you're embraced by angelic energies, even as you're dismantling parts of your soul, even as you're maybe losing some people around you or suffering for the loss of other people. Scorpio here talks also about the guilt and the shame that we feel when we are the survivors and we had to leave people behind to be destroyed, when we are witnessing an event that is terrifying, but we are asked to not intervene, or we can't intervene to defend someone else. Kind of like the dilemma of a wartime correspondent. They are there just to record the horrors, but they can't intervene to take a side, lest they be caught up and destroyed in the conflict themselves. Although some of them actually get killed as well on the field, as we're seeing at the moment with what's happening in Ukraine, unfortunately. So yeah, I do think that you're very open to the energies of the collective insurgencies, conflicts, invasions, fights for independence that are happening in the world. And you are suffering. You're suffering for the collective. You're also potentially suffering because close people next to you are involved in these upheavals of the soul. I also see here our final card is Panacea. So this is like a beautiful medicine, and it says there is a solution for every problem. Yeah, so if you're going through extreme emotions at the moment, because that's why Pluto energy is here, extreme emotions, you know, like extreme anger, extreme sadness, extreme hatred, loathing, right? Then Spirit is saying, unshackle your soul from this feeling. It's not helping you. Yes, it's being triggered in you, but you're meant to take control over it. You're meant to rise above, rise above whatever it is that you're going through at the moment, because if there is a lot of pain and wounding in the world, you're not supposed to take it in and allow it to poison your soul, but you're supposed to understand what is happening and then beam back light, beam back strength, courage, determination. Lift your cups and try to come up with solutions. Try to see how you can help. And when you can't help, you rest. Yeah? It's not helping you. It's filling you up with toxicity and poison if you just sit with these horrible feelings. Feel them and change them. Feel them and shake them off. And then proceed forward. You have the capacity to heal a lot of the people that are suffering in the world at the moment. Deeply, deeply healing energies here. Scorpio being one of the most spiritual and healing and misunderstood signs of the zodiac. So with all this light, you truly can help other people with your words, with your actions, with your thoughts. It's almost like you cast spells of protection around them. Maybe some of you have actually actively prayed for peace to return to the world, and it will return. But first we need to go through this transition from the Pluto and Capricorn into the Pluto and Aquarius era, and that's always uncomfortable. So the crystal ball, your divinatory capacities can be put to good use to the service of the collective. If you're getting hunches about attacks, if you're getting dreams, if you can foresee what might happen, share this with the collective. Don't just keep it within and allow it to poison you. Share it with the collective. Yeah, the ego also talks about spreading information, spreading news. Don't be afraid. So this is what I had for you, group 2. I really hope you have enjoyed this reading. I hope it inspires you. I hope you like the video and subscribe. And I also hope that I'll see you in my next video. Take really good care of yourselves. Ciao. Hey group 3, hello my loves. I'm so happy to have you here with me today for a reading on the topic of what are people saying about you? What do they think of you? So this is for those of you that were drawn to this deer beer bottle cap, or the corresponding Deer Animal Spirit Oracle card. Let's find out. What do people say about you? What are they thinking of my group 3, my dear crew? Okay, that you've got your eye on the money, that you are really working towards establishing more material security, that you're also dangerously sexy in this period, the devil, you're a temptation. People are saying that your glow up is a little bit dark. You might have been doing some sort of spell work on yourself, or you're just okay, I'm not saying that this is how you are. This is how other people perceive you at the moment. They perceive you as being very hot, but also quite materialistic in this period, yeah? So it's almost as if the image that you project is one of material wealth, financial growth, prosperity, and also deep earthy sensuality, because the devil represents the sign of Capricorn. So all those elements that are governed by the Saturn-ruled sign are showing up. But at the same time, there is something a little bit emotionless about how you go about achieving your goals. It's like you're very emotionally controlled. People think that almost what you're doing has no heart in it. It's all rational, pragmatic, focused on what you see is what you can touch, what you can achieve. Because that is the big issue with the devil card. That's why the devil is so scary. It's a lot about the material world, the 3D reality around us, that can be incredibly beautiful, but it's also filled with pus and squalor and, you know, feces and all sorts of other things, diseases, destruction, violence, right? So a lot of these very real aspects that exist around us, and I feel that at the moment you embody this energy of, I'm very plugged in to my body, to how I look, to the money I make, to the power I can attain. I'm an authority. I want to become an authority. You might be ruling things with a very iron fist. You know, you could be quite a tough boss at the moment. You could expect a lot from other people, and that's also because you expect a lot from yourself. I do think that some of you have been going through a period where you might have been losing your faith, or at least this is how other people perceive you. Like there is something very mercantile about you, like you lost your faith and now you're just doing deals to get more money, to get ahead, or to win at all costs, you know, that Machiavellian attitude, the I can walk over the skulls of my opponents to get where I want to be. People have a bit of a negative image of you. I'm really sorry to say this. I don't think that you in yourself carry this devil-like energy, but it's more like this is how other people perceive you. I'm also getting an energy that maybe people see you in a negative light because of the fact that you attracted something that they wanted for a very long time. Maybe you are this person that managed to pull in a romantic partner that was previously in a long-term commitment or married, and this person left their spouse, they left their girlfriend, boyfriend in order to be with you. So the victim, let's just call them in this way, the person that considers himself to be a victim, to be wronged, to be cheated, to be cuckolded, that person is sending you negative energy because it just so happened that you attracted them, right? You had this force field, this magnetism. Let me just pull one more card to clarify this. Could you clarify the devil? The Wheel of Fortune and the Moon, and a couple of other cards dropped to the table. I see the Hierophant face up. So yes, okay. A lot of the persecution of the witches, kind of vibrational energy is coming through. So a lot of people think that you're acquiring money through chance aspects. What am I trying to say here? Because we have the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, that you're gambling, that you're taking a lot of energy from other people in covert ways, mysterious ways, that the way in which you create your wealth is shrouded in a sort of dark magic, dark energy, lower vibrational activities that not many people know about. The moon talks about secrecy. It talks about divination, the occult, witchcraft. And with the devil here, it's almost as if you're a person that could dabble into darker magic, or maybe people think that you created your wealth based on placing hexes on other people and making them lose their fortunes, and thereby you gathered your own. It's a very dark kind of energy that they placed upon you. And I think it's mostly because they don't know you so well, that you're very mysterious with the moon here. We have here the mother and the father, right? With Capricorn and the moon. So Cancer and Capricorn energy, with the devil and the moon, sorry. So Cancer and Capricorn energy, and the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter. This is about gambling, taking a lot of risks in life, but a lot of the details of who you really are not made public. So people tend to project their fears, their insecurities, their worries onto you, making you almost like a scapegoat, like the black sheep of the group. But you're thriving. You're thriving at the moment, and people see your wealth and your capacity to thrive in a period where a lot of people are losing their fortunes. They're losing a lot in general, as a little bit demonic. Like, what are you doing? Who did you strike a bargain with? Did you sell your soul to the devil in order to attain this wealth? Obviously, I don't think you did. I think that none of my crew members are evil intended. I usually pick up on those that are sending me hexes or negative energy, and I just block them immediately. But here there is something about people having a really negative view of you and how you earn your money, because they don't know you so well. They haven't taken the time to get to know who you really are. They might not be even paying attention to the whole body of your work. They might be cherry picking aspects that confirm their suspicions about you, you know. Very strange, because you chose the deer, and the deer is a very soulful, very maternal, very nurturing energy. You could be a single parent as well, and people just project a lot of their own insecurities onto you. How dare you be a single independent parent? And I think this especially applies if you're a mother. But I think that fathers can also be placed in these incredibly judgmental positions, where if you choose to be a single father and actually dedicate most of your time to the care of your children, it's like, oh, you're seen as unmanly, or there's something wrong with you, or you failed in your business relationships, and that's why you're taking care of the children right now, instead of actually people admiring you for the fact that you chose care over competitiveness, or you chose a form of nurturing masculinity over toxic masculinity, right? So you're an incredibly lucky, blessed person. People tend to see this aspect as well, but they tend to associate it with you striking a deal with the devil. That's not nice. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say. And the Green Witch Oracle really wanted to talk to you. So we have here longevity and the chrysanthemum. We have here Scorpio energy as well. Wow, Scorpio energy is so strong in the reading today. So I feel that, you know, you're standing the test of time. We have here as well with the devil, Saturn energy. So this is about, you seem to be coming up with a lot of growth, a lot of wealth, a lot of overcoming hardship and limitations throughout time. You always come on top, and that's why I think certain people are triggered in their own anxieties when they look at you, at your work, at your body, at everything you have created, and they tend to project this really negative intent onto you. It's like, how is this person doing it? How, you know, they're frustrated, they're irritated, they're irked. But I don't feel that this is your energy. I don't feel that you've been striking a deal with the devil, you know. You could dabble in dark magic. I see it very clearly here. Be careful, okay? Because, you know, it requires a lot of control. And the thing is that You can easily fall to the dark side if you spend too much time doing dark magic. But there is a feeling here that people are a little bit annoyed at how slowly and steadily you are building your life, and how success just keeps pouring in. I don't think that people want to see the hard work that you're putting into this. They would rather just feel that, oh, this person is naturally gifted or blessed. You are indeed protected, but I think there's also a huge amount of emotion work that you had to do to reach this point. Because we have work and emotions, yeah? Cancer and Capricorn. So we have here continuance, apples. You will prevail, don't worry. You will continue to grow better and bolder. And even though people want to feed you the poison apple, just like in Snow White in the fairy tale, when the witch gives Snow White the poisoned apple and she chokes on it, putting her into a deep sleep, you will prevail. The energy here is, again, Capricorn and Scorpio, very similar to group 1. What is it with these darker energies, Saturn and Pluto? I do know that collectively we're undergoing this massive transformation. I am picking up on the energy, yeah, of Scorpio, Saturn, Aquarius as well. Uranus being the energy of the sky, the energy of the sky god, yeah. So longevity and continuance, you could be a person that is slightly older, and the older you grow, the better you become, the more successful you are, the more people are pulled into your aura in order for you to teach them, to help them grow. And some people see this and they don't like this aspect about you. It's like, how are you making things work for you even as you're growing older? This is the energy of Capricorn, right? The older, the better, the wiser, the more controlled, the more kinder, actually. You know, Capricorns become their best in the second part of their life, if not the third part of their life, to be more honest. So yeah, there is something about you here about going the mile, right? Commitment, yeah, you're very committed to your craft. You are incredibly devoted to whatever it is that you believe in. I feel here that this is also about love and family. People see you as building a really beautiful life for your own. There could be a jealousy here, strong jealousy, because the devil talks about possession, mine, right? You might have recently fallen in love or become pregnant, or you got your partner pregnant, and people really are, yeah, I would say protect your family from the evil eye of the community around you, okay? Cherry pick what you choose to release into the public, because when you are growing during a time of mass loss and destruction for a lot of people can just like hone in on the beauty that is happening in your life and kind of want to feed on it. So I see that you're a very devoted, loyal, committed person, but somehow other people around you see you as a person that cheats and steals and lies. So the way in which you are and the way in which other people perceive you is complete opposites, almost like extreme energies. I also see here pumpkin. You're getting a lot of fruits, fruit energies, and also autumnal fruits. Apples and pumpkins usually grow from the end of August, beginning of September, and throughout October. So there is something here about encaging the spirit within thou, the fertile power you hold. To taste your buttery velvet upon tongue is a gift I shall cherish each day that comes. A lot of you are kissing. You're having kissing feasts at the moment. You are definitely getting pregnant, in the process of getting pregnant. Yeah, I feel people just see you in a negative light because you found your partner, you're falling in love, you're getting pregnant, you're getting married, you're getting engaged, and there is a lot of envy. Yeah, envy, not jealousy. Jealousy is when a person has something and you take it away from them and they're like, in a way it's a righteous form of, hey, that was mine, what are you doing with what I had? But envy is like when the other person doesn't have what you have and they want that, you know, they want the life, they want to be like you, but at the same time they hate, or they project this understanding of hatred towards you, even though they secretly want to be like you. So we have here broomstick. There is something here about the mother and the father. You could actually be under the scrutiny of your own family members. Yes, this is coming through very clearly here. Your own family members might have kicked you out of the house. They might have slandered you, and you're needing to cleanse these connections. They might want to take something away from you. Maybe some of you are engaged in court battles with your mother and your father, and you could have a very difficult connection, especially with the father or an older family figure, maybe a grandparent, an uncle, something that has harmed you. But right now you're thriving, you're nourishing yourself, you're taking very good care of yourself, you're being cleansed of the past karma with mommy and daddy. Mommy dearest comes to mind, right? And it could be as well that there is a passing of the baton happening at the moment. So maybe you have recently lost, or in the process of losing, your mother or your father, or one of them at least, and you're also in the process of falling in love and creating your own family, as your initial family of origin is disintegrating or has already been disintegrated. So it's kind of like, I'm creating my own family, I'm loving, I'm fertile, I'm growing, while I'm also letting go of the karma with my own mother and father, or my mother and father figures, yeah, the people that have raised you and you somehow feel responsible for. We have here paradisiacal, gorgeous energy. See, blooming, you're coming out on top, you belong to paradise, you are favored in this situation. So whatever you had to endure at the hands of your parents, this negative perceptions that they had over you, you are blooming. Don't allow fear to overcome you. Don't allow it to mess up with your manifestation. There could be a parent here that is trying to make you feel afraid. I can tell you from my own experience, I have a very difficult relationship with my own mother, who's a person that never compliments me. No matter what I do, she never compliments me. And she always, whenever I meet her, she's always so sneakily nihilistic. She comes across as very cheerful and nice, but she always like makes me feel afraid of what I'm doing. It's like, are you doing this correctly? What if this happens? What if, you know, you're gonna go to jail? What if this person dumps you? What if this person is actually doing something on the side? So it's like trying to plant in your mind the seeds of doubt and despair, so that you end up self-sabotaging your own life. And also the feeling that it's never other people's fault, it's always your fault, as if you're the only person creating your life. We always create our experiences with other people. So this is about being strong enough to understand that, first of all, you cannot allow your mother or your father to enter your mind with these manipulative thoughts. So please acknowledge them. You don't even have to tell them what you're noticing, but don't act on what on the fears of that are trying to be implanted in your psyche by your mother or your father, because you are blooming. Nonetheless, you are blessed and protected, and I feel this is about you knowing you doing you, outside of the confines of what your mother and your father, your relatives think of you, because I feel like they might enjoy spreading fear in your heart. And by making you be afraid, they control you, they manipulate you. So burst through the fear, cleanse it, wipe it, yeah. The broomstick is a symbol of protection as well, of letting go of the past, of wiping away negative energy. And go towards your beautiful commitment. Don't be afraid to have a family of your own, to get pregnant and to have children just because your own parents fucked up, yeah? Okay, so I feel, do I have any more cards? No, these are all the cards, but the story has yet to conclude. I have a feeling that more is to come, beautiful things. And the deer talks about a positive omen that you might become a mother very soon if you are not already, or if you are a mother already or a father, you're gonna have another baby on the way. So congratulations, you know, mazel tov. I hope this helped. I really hope that this inspired you. Yeah, I shared a little bit about my own personal story. I do it at key moments in the readings when I feel the energy is appropriate. I hope you don't mind that. Please like this video, please share it with your friends, please subscribe, and please take really good care of yourself. I hope to see you in my next one. Lots of love. Bye, group 3.